God says, this is going to happen very soon, and God is ordering you to pay attention right now. If you skip this, God will never speak to you again. Listen to me now before it's too late. This is God's last message for you. What you are about to hear is not just a whisper from heaven, it is a cry from the depths of God's heart reaching out to you with urgency. This is not just another moment, this is a divine interruption. Right now, heaven has paused to speak directly to you because something is shifting, and the Spirit of the Lord is standing at the door of your life, knocking louder than ever. This is not a time to delay, ignore, or turn away. God is warning you in love, but His voice is trembling with urgency. Your spirit has been longing for answers, for direction, for a clear word, and here it is. The heavens are open, and the voice of the Lord is saying, listen to me now before it's too late. If you feel something stirring within you right now, that's not emotion. That is your soul recognizing the sound of your shepherd's voice. Comment Amen if your spirit receives this. And if this reaches you deeply, give this video a like so others may hear what heaven is saying too. This is going to happen very soon. That means it is not far, it is not delayed, and it is not uncertain. The Lord is telling you that what has been held up, what has been wrestled for in prayer, what has seemed impossible and unreachable, is now within the divine timing of release. God is saying that He is moving, and when He moves, nothing on this earth can resist Him. No delay, no attack, no curse, no system of man, no darkness, no past failure, and no voice of the enemy can stop what God is about to do in your life. But you must pay attention right now. The enemy has been working overtime to keep you distracted, discouraged, and disconnected. He knows that if you listen to this word from the heart of God, your life will never be the same again. The distractions are not random, they are spiritual resistance. The discouragements are not coincidences, they are attempts to drown out the voice of God that is now breaking through every wall in your heart. Do not ignore this moment. The Lord is saying this is your last warning, not because He is giving up on you, but because His mercy has already waited so long. This is a holy alarm ringing over your life. God is not just whispering this to you as a suggestion. He is giving you a divine command to open your ears and your heart, to stop and pay full attention, because what comes next will be decisive. The breakthrough is near, the promise is near, the danger is near, the final choice is near. You are standing on holy ground, and you have been chosen for this hour. Heaven has not forgotten you. It has been watching you, weeping with you, waiting for you to turn your full heart to God again. The Lord is not silent. He has been speaking, but now He is shouting, because the urgency of this hour cannot be overstated. Listen, you are not here by accident. This is not a coincidence. You didn't scroll here by chance. You were led here by the hand of God because He still wants your heart. He still wants your attention. He still wants to rescue what is breaking, to restore what is ruined, to revive what is cold, and to pour out what is coming. He is pleading with you as a father, as a redeemer, as the one who created you before time ever began. What He is saying is not a suggestion for your future. It is a call that could define your eternity. This is going to happen very soon. The shift in the spirit, the change in the atmosphere, the long-awaited answer to your cries, it is being released. But you cannot sleep through it. You cannot go on living numb and distracted. You cannot let the enemy mute your discernment. This is not about fear, this is about truth. You need to hear this, because the voice of the Lord is trying to wake you up before the door closes. Pay attention, child of God. Pay attention to the signs, to the stirring, to the sudden moments of conviction in your heart. Pay attention to the small whispers in your spirit that say, "Come back to me." Pay attention to the dreams, the restlessness, the spiritual hunger that has been growing inside of you. These are not random feelings. These are God's invitations pulling you back into His arms. Comment 1111 if you believe this is your confirmation. This is God's last message for you, not because He doesn't love you anymore, but because this is the moment of decision. He is not a God who plays games with your soul. He speaks in love, but He also warns in truth. He opens doors, but He also closes them. You are still breathing. You are still alive, and that means there is still time, but the time is very short. Do not gamble with grace. Do not assume you'll feel this again tomorrow. What you feel right now is the cry of God's heart colliding with your spirit, and you must not silence it. There is a storm rising in this world, and the Lord is preparing His people. You are being called out of the noise and into His presence. You are being pulled away from everything that numbs your soul so that you can hear His voice clearly again. There has been so much confusion, so much chaos, so much spiritual exhaustion, but through it all, God has been watching and waiting. And now, He is moving with power and finality. This is the last message because it's time. Time for you to return, time to forgive, time to let go, time to surrender, time to rise, time to repent, time to love again, time to pray again, time to believe again, time to rebuild, time to leave what God never called you to carry, and time to step into what He has been preparing for you. Heaven is not silent anymore. It is speaking directly to you right now. What if 7 seconds is all it takes to flip your financial fate? A shocking CIA leak just exposed a hidden brain ritual helping ordinary people erase debt and pull in massive wealth. Backed by 4 neuroscience labs, this at-home method is turning struggle into luxury fast. But this page could be erased any moment. Click the link in the first comment now before it's gone forever. God's protection has been over your life even when you did not know it. His angels have been sent to guard you when you could have perished. His Spirit has interceded for you when your own prayers went silent. He has loved you through every failure and every doubt. He has seen every tear and heard every unspoken cry. Now, He is saying, stop, listen. This is going to happen very soon, and you need to be ready. What has been hidden will be revealed. What has been delayed will be released. What has been broken will be restored. But for all of that to reach you, your heart must be fully turned to Him. This is the moment when you either open the door to heaven's move in your life or keep walking away from what God has been trying to give you all along. He is not speaking this to scare you, but to awaken you. He is not trying to frighten you into obedience. He is trying to bring your soul back to life. You have been tired. You have been worn down by the battles that no one else sees. You've cried in silence. You've walked through storms with a smile no one realized was hiding your pain, but God saw it all. He felt every ache in your chest, every night you couldn't sleep, every time your faith almost slipped away. And even then, He did not give up on you. That's why this message is finding you right now. You are not hearing this late. You are hearing this at the exact time your spirit was ready to receive what you could not handle before. Now your heart is soft enough, broken enough, hungry enough to finally hear what God has been waiting to say to you. The battles were not punishments. They were preparation. The delays were not denials. They were divine pauses to build you, shape you, and strip away what could not come with you into this new season. The closed doors were not rejections. They were protection. You may have thought God was distant, but He was actually being careful with your future. He was holding things back because what's coming requires a different version of you, a healed version, a focused version, a surrendered version. And that is exactly who you are becoming right now. Comment 222 if you trust this word. God is still near. His presence is not far. and his voice is still calling out your name. You may feel like you've missed it, like you've failed too many times, like you're too behind to catch up, but God does not operate on human timelines. He is the author of time, and when he says now, everything begins to shift. He redeems lost time. He heals what years of pain have broken. He can turn a lifetime of wandering into a moment of redemption. And he is offering that to you right now. Listen carefully. This is going to happen very soon. Not next year, not someday. The shift is already in motion. You are not waiting for it. It is waiting for you to fully step into alignment with his voice. The blessings are ready. The breakthrough is ready. The healing is ready. But it cannot pour out on a distracted heart. It cannot flow through hands still holding on to bitterness, fear, or pride. You must empty yourself of everything that has taken God's place. The anger, the control, the worry, the shame. Let it fall off you now like chains that never belonged there. Let God take them. Let him carry what you were never meant to bear. There is mercy flowing from heaven right now like never before. Even as judgment begins to fall on the world, mercy is being offered to those who still have ears to hear. You are not here to blend into the noise. You were created to carry God's presence. You were called to live in holiness. You were made to shine in dark places and to love with a heart that reflects the Father. And all of that starts the moment you say yes to him again. Not a shallow yes, not a convenient yes, but a full, surrendered, trembling yes that says, Lord, have all of me. If you've been numb spiritually, if you've been cold in your faith, if you felt disconnected from his presence, this is your moment to return. God's arms have never closed. His love has never run out. His patience is not weakness, it is grace. And now, grace is standing at your door one more time. There is still time, but there is no time to waste. You are being invited back to the very place where your spirit comes alive. The place where peace becomes real again. The place where you hear his voice clearly again. The place where his word burns in your heart and your tears become the evidence that you are still tender in his hands. This is the urgency of now. There is a window opening in the Spirit, and if you move with God in this moment, you will see the fruit of obedience like never before. You will step into answered prayers that once seemed impossible. You will witness doors fly open that you stopped praying for. You will watch chains fall from people you love because of your surrender. This is not just about you. Your yes to God will ripple into generations. Your decision to listen now will echo into your family's future. The enemy has been trying to silence you, not because you are weak, but because of how dangerous you become when you are aligned with heaven. Stay under the covering of God. Do not run to the things that once numbed you. Do not go back to the places God delivered you from. Do not believe the lie that says you'll never be free. You already are free, you just need to walk in it. The blood of Jesus has already paid for your victory. You are not trying to earn God's favor. You already have it. You are not abandoned. You are adopted. You are not forgotten. You are chosen. And what is coming will not be small, because God does not make empty promises. He finishes what he starts. People are asking why money is suddenly flowing into random lives. A leaked CIA discovery reveals a 7-second brain ritual that quietly rewires your mind for wealth. Proven by 4 neuroscience labs, people are wiping out debt and stepping into luxury with ease. If you're seeing this, you're very lucky. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. His power is still real. His protection is still covering you. His angels are still around you. His word is still alive. His spirit is still working in your silence. Even when you don't see it, heaven is moving on your behalf. Do not give up. Do not settle. Do not drift. This is your moment. This is your word. This is your turning point. You were not meant to always wonder where God is, or if He still sees you. You were made to dwell in the presence of the Most High, to walk under the covering of His love, and to live in the fullness of what Jesus died to give you. God is breaking the silence in your life, because what He has for you cannot be delayed any longer. The season has shifted. The clouds are moving. The sky is opening, and the voice of the Lord is speaking again with clarity and power. There are moments in life that define everything that comes after. This is one of those moments. You may think this is just another day, just another message, just another word, but in the Spirit, this is a turning point. God is not repeating Himself without reason. He has watched you try to fight alone. He has seen the heaviness in your heart, the loneliness in your thoughts, the ache that you've never been able to describe to anyone else. He saw you hold it together in front of people and fall apart when no one was watching. And even in that place, He stayed close. He stayed near. He waited for the moment when your heart would be ready to hear again. And that moment is right now. The enemy has tried to convince you that you are forgotten, that your life is ordinary, that the pain you feel will never end. But that was a lie. The truth is, you have been hidden for a reason. God has been covering you, protecting you, building something sacred in your heart that couldn't be rushed. You have not missed your moment. You are not late. You are not disqualified. The Lord is calling you deeper, not because you've failed, but because He's about to trust you with more than you've ever imagined. More strength, more wisdom, more authority, more clarity, more peace, more purpose. Comment 333 to declare your faith today. This is going to happen very soon. The very thing you've prayed for, the breakthrough you've longed for, the shift you've wept over it is at the threshold. Do not lose heart. Do not give in to doubt. The storm that came to destroy you was the very storm God used to reposition you. You were not destroyed. You were redirected. You were not abandoned. You were being refined. Every tear has been collected, every cry has been heard, and every battle has been seen. The heavens are not blind to your suffering. They are responding with a move that will be undeniable. Your past will not define your future. Your mistakes will not cancel your calling. Your weakness will not disqualify you from His strength. You serve a God who brings life from death, beauty from ashes, healing from brokenness, and miracles from the impossible. This is not a time to shrink back in shame or fear. This is the time to rise in full surrender. Lift your eyes, lift your hands, let your heart open again. God is about to do what only He can do, and your only job is to be ready, willing, and present. Let go of the weight. Let go of the guilt. Let go of the timelines you placed on yourself. Let go of the pressure to figure it all out. You don't need to have all the answers. You only need to say yes. You only need to be still long enough to hear Him. You only need to make room. God has already gone before you. He has already cleared the path. He has already defeated the things you thought would take you down. Now He's calling you to trust that He truly is as faithful as His word says. You have not been forgotten. You have been chosen. The presence of God is with you now. He is filling the room where you are. His Spirit is moving over your mind, breaking off confusion, silencing every lie, calming every fear. You don't need to strive for this. You don't need to earn His love. He is not waiting for perfection. He is looking for surrender. You may be shaking, you may be uncertain, you may feel unworthy, but He has already made you His. You are not fighting for love. You are resting in the love that already claimed you. His protection has covered you through every battle. You didn't lose your mind because God kept you. You didn't drown in despair because His hand pulled you out. You didn't fall into darkness forever because his light refused to leave you. Even when you couldn't see him, he was there. Even when you walked away, he followed. Even when you felt unlovable, he called you beloved. This is the kind of God you belong to, not one who gives up, not one who forgets, not one who turns away, but one who stays, heals, carries, restores, and redeems. The time is now, not later, not when you feel ready, not when you've fixed yourself. Right now, the door is open. The invitation is in your hands. The voice of the Lord is still speaking. This is his final call, not because he wants to punish you, but because he loves you too much to let you keep walking in spiritual silence. He loves you too much to let you miss what's coming. The moment you say yes, the moment you lean in, the moment you choose to believe, everything begins to shift. This is going to happen very soon. You will see the goodness of God in your life. You will see the chains break. You will see relationships restored. You will see doors open. You will see your calling come alive again. You will see the peace you've been begging for finally flood your heart. You will see miracles unfold right in front of you. This is not a dream. This is not wishful thinking. This is the promise of the living God, and it is being released over you now. People are asking why money is suddenly flowing into random lives. A leaked CIA discovery reveals a 7-second brain ritual that quietly rewires your mind for wealth. Proven by 4 neuroscience labs, people are wiping out debt and stepping into luxury with ease. If you're seeing this, you're very lucky. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. That stirring is not your imagination. It is not random emotion. It is the Spirit of God awakening something in you that has been silent for far too long. This is not about goosebumps or fleeting inspiration. This is about divine movement. This is about the voice of God calling you back to your place in Him. Before the season changes completely, you have to feel it in your soul by now. Something is coming, and it is coming soon. The signs have been around you. The dreams that linger after you wake, the moments when your heart suddenly feels heavy and tender at the same time, the times you felt the urge to pray out of nowhere, the way your spirit has been pulled toward stillness, toward reflection, toward truth. That is not coincidence. That is not emotional noise. That is your Father in heaven trying to reach you, not to accuse you, but to call you, not to shame you, but to lift you, not to punish you, but to bring you back into the covering that you have always needed. Comment 555 if your heart feels this word is for you. He is calling you because He knows what is about to break open in your life. He knows the exact moment it will happen. He knows the hour, the minute, and the second your world will begin to shift. What you've been praying for in secret is being answered in places you cannot yet see. But before it manifests in the natural, God is bringing your spirit into alignment with His timing. This alignment is not optional. This is the preparation. This is the final moment before the doors open. And if your heart is not tuned to Him, you might walk right past what you were created to receive. The enemy will do everything possible to pull you away from this moment. He will cloud your mind with distraction. He will flood your heart with old wounds. He will use your past like a weapon and speak lies into your present. He wants you to believe you are too broken, too sinful, too delayed, too undeserving. But heaven sees something completely different. God sees someone chosen, someone covered, someone being healed, someone who still has a future, no matter how dark the past has been. He sees someone whose name is still written on his hands, someone he refuses to give up on. You are not forgotten, and this moment proves it. God's message is reaching you right now to interrupt the spiral, to stop the drifting, to silence the lie that says this is just how your life will always be. That lie is being broken even now. God is not speaking to you just to comfort you. He is speaking to reposition you. He is shifting your feet from the edge of collapse to the solid ground of His promises. The plans He has for you were not cancelled. They were not revoked. They are still intact. But now He's waiting for your full yes. Let go of everything that's been keeping you stuck. Let go of the voices that have spoken death over your destiny. Let go of the pride that keeps pretending everything is okay. Let go of the bitterness that you've held like a shield, thinking it protects you from pain. Let go of every secret sin, every double life, every excuse that has numbed you to the sound of God's voice. None of it has healed you. None of it has helped you. None of it has brought you peace. But in the presence of God, peace is not only possible, it is promised. This is going to happen very soon. The Lord is not speaking in riddles. He is not playing with your emotions. He is declaring what has already been written. You don't have to force it, you only have to receive it. There is a divine unfolding coming your way, and when it begins, it will be like a flood. The things that took years to build will come together in days. The pain that seemed unbearable will suddenly feel like a distant echo. The people who walked away will no longer have the power to define your worth. And you will know without a doubt that it was always God, working behind every closed door and every silent night. This is not the end for you. This is not the final chapter. You are not at your lowest because God has abandoned you. You are at your lowest because He is about to lift you higher than you've ever been. You've been broken so He could make you whole again, not with the fragile things of this world, but with the strength of His Spirit and the truth of His Word. Every scar on your soul will become a testimony. Every weakness will be a window for His power. Every moment you almost gave up will now become evidence that God held you together when you couldn't hold yourself. You don't have to figure out how. You only have to say yes. You don't have to understand the details. You only have to obey when He says move. You don't have to be perfect. You only have to be surrendered. God doesn't need you to have it all together. He needs you to let go of the weight and trust that His arms are strong enough to carry you the rest of the way. His protection has not failed you. Even in your darkest hour, His angels stood guard. Even in your loneliest nights, His Spirit hovered over you like a blanket of light. You are not here because you were lucky. You are here because heaven has fought for you, because Jesus took your place, because grace said no to every plan the enemy had for your destruction. You are not a mistake. You are not invisible. You are not replaceable. You are God's child, and He is still speaking directly to your heart. Stay present in this moment. Don't rush past what your spirit is feeling right now. What God is pouring into you cannot be described by logic. It is not natural. It is supernatural. It is Him filling every broken space in you with healing. It is Him rewriting the story you thought was over. It is Him speaking life where the enemy whispered death. It is Him building a future for you that looks nothing like the pain you've walked through. Why is everyone rushing to this 7-second brain ritual? Leaked CIA files exposed a hidden brainwave technique that opens the door to wealth fast. Verified by 4 top neuroscience labs, it's turning financial stress into abundance almost overnight. But this secret won't stay public for long. Click the link in the pinned comments before it's deleted forever. You are not being left behind. You are being brought into alignment for something sacred that is about to unfold. Everything you have walked through, every pain you have carried, every moment that felt like delay or denial, it is all leading up to what is going to happen very soon. God is not silent anymore. His Spirit is hovering over your life, waiting for your surrender, waiting for your heart to open just wide enough for the light to break in. There is no more time to live halfway. No more space for numbness, for apathy, for spiritual sleep. The shaking you felt lately, that sense that something is changing but you can't explain it, that is not anxiety. That is the Spirit of God, stirring up your soul, preparing you for the days ahead. This is not just about survival, it's about restoration, elevation, and full transformation. Comment 1212 if your spirit knows something is shifting. This is going to happen very soon. The healing, the breakthrough, the miracle, the door you stopped knocking on, God has not forgotten. You may have stopped asking, but He never stopped planning. You may have stopped believing, but He never stopped writing your story. The waiting was not a punishment, it was preparation. The silence was not abandonment, it was protection. You have been growing in the dark, your roots have been stretching deep, and now the time has come for the fruit to break through. Do not despise the process, because it has built in you what comfort never could. This next season of your life will not look like the last. The pain you felt in the night will be replaced with joy in the morning. What once felt heavy will now become the very thing God uses to lift others. The prayers you whispered in weakness will return to you as miracles in full bloom. God has seen your suffering, He has counted your tears. Not one of them was wasted. They watered the ground where your blessing is about to rise. You are not being asked to figure everything out, you are simply being called to trust. To believe that God is still who He says He is. To believe that He is not done with your story. His word is still true, His promises still stand, and His grace is still enough. You are not too far. You are not too broken. You are not too late. You are exactly where God can meet you if your heart is open to receive Him. Let the noise fall away now. Let the pressure to perform, to be perfect, to hold it all together, let it fall. You were never meant to carry this alone. Jesus already carried it for you. On the cross, He took every sin, every wound, every burden, every shame. He didn't just die for your forgiveness. He died so you could live, not barely make it, not struggle endlessly, but truly live in peace, in hope, in freedom. That's what He's calling you into right now. Not religion, not routine, but real relationship. One where you hear His voice, one where you feel His presence, one where you are never alone again. God's hand is moving, His Spirit is speaking, and the time is now, not when you feel worthy, not when life gets easier. Now. This is the moment when things begin to change. This is the season when the roots you've been growing in silence start to bloom. This is the hour when all the darkness that tried to destroy you is forced to watch God raise you up. He will not let you stay in the wilderness forever. He will not let your pain be the final chapter. He is too faithful to fail you now. The blessings coming are not random, they are intentional. They have your name written on them. They were prepared for the version of you that is rising from the ashes. The one who chose to hold on when quitting seemed easier. The one who chose faith when fear screamed louder. The one who trusted when answers were nowhere in sight. God sees that, and heaven is responding. The heavens are opening over you. The dry ground is being watered. The doors are unlocking. The chains are falling off. You are stepping into something holy. You were never alone in the fire. You were never walking through the storm by yourself. Every time you thought you had no strength left, the Spirit of God was carrying you. Every time you wanted to give up, His angels surrounded you. Every time your faith was hanging by a thread, His hand was holding it steady. You didn't make it this far because you were strong. You made it because He never left you, and He never will. There are people around you who don't understand this moment. They don't see the weight of what God is doing in your life. That's okay. This word wasn't meant for everyone. It was meant for you. It was tailored to reach the hidden places of your heart that no one else sees. God is not general with his love. He is specific. He knows what you need before you even say a word. And right now he is giving you the clarity, the strength, and the healing your soul has been crying out for. There will be days coming where you will look back on this exact moment and realize it was the day everything changed. Not because your circumstances shifted overnight, but because your heart finally aligned with heaven's timing. Because you stopped resisting and started receiving. Because you let go of fear and made room for faith again. Because you let God speak louder than your pain. Stay close to him now. Draw near even when it's quiet. Stay in his presence even when you feel nothing. The breakthrough will come, but this nearness to him is what will sustain you. Miracles are beautiful, but intimacy is where the true treasure is found. Let him be your peace. Let him be your guide. Let him be your strength. Let him fill the places that nothing else ever could. Is this the same CIA brain ritual changing lives in seconds? A new leak reveals a powerful 7-second technique developed under secret research. Backed by neuroscience, people are moving from debt to wealth and luxury faster than believed possible. But this secret may be deleted soon. Click the link in the comments before it disappears. The very things that tried to break you were unknowingly building a foundation under your feet. And now God is saying, get ready, because what I promised is not only coming, it's closer than you think. This is not just a message to comfort you. This is a divine announcement to prepare you. God is not asking for your opinion. He's calling for your obedience. He's not requesting your attention gently anymore. He is demanding it, because time is running out. The weight you feel is not just personal struggle. It is spiritual urgency. Heaven is moving, the Spirit of God is speaking, and your life is a part of something much greater than you can see. If you have been feeling distant, like something is shifting but you can't explain it, that's because the spiritual atmosphere around you is changing. God is preparing a release, and he will not allow anything to remain in your life that could block or delay what is coming next. Comment 777 if you're ready to receive what God is preparing for you. There is an urgency in heaven right now, the kind that presses into your chest and makes you pause without even knowing why. It's because something holy is being poured out, not to everyone, but to those who are listening, to those who are willing to stop everything and open their hearts completely to God's instruction. This is the moment where the window is open, but it will not stay open forever. There is a timing to this move, a divine schedule that doesn't wait for our comfort or convenience. Either we respond or we miss it. God is not punishing you when he speaks with urgency. He is protecting you. He is pulling you away from distractions, from wrong people, from dead places, from broken cycles, not because he wants to control you, but because he loves you too deeply to let you keep living in things that are slowly killing your spirit. The silence you've been hearing wasn't rejection, it was preparation. He has been quiet because he has been building something you were not ready to carry before. But now he is saying, listen, the time is now. Your next chapter is not far away. You have been asking for clarity. You've been praying for a sign. And now, here it is. This is your moment to respond. Don't harden your heart. Don't brush it off. Don't say you'll deal with it later. The window is open now. Grace is calling now. Mercy is reaching out now. Not with judgment, but with hope, with purpose. With a love so deep it can melt every wall you've built to protect yourself. You don't have to keep pretending. You don't have to keep running. The Father is ready for you to come home. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. You have been hidden, not to be ignored, but to be protected. Your spirit has been under construction, and now you are being called into the light again. The fire you once carried is coming back. The passion you lost will be reignited. The prayers that once felt dry will burn with power again. But you have to open up your heart. You have to come back to the altar. You have to surrender not just your pain, but your plans. Let the presence of God wash over you now. Let His voice become louder than the noise around you. Let His Spirit carry you where your strength no longer can. This isn't about earning anything. It's about receiving what has already been prepared for you. The blessings are ready. The promises are ripe. But your heart has to be surrendered. There is no blessing without obedience. There is no breakthrough without humility. And there is no future without His presence. You are not meant to walk alone. You are not created to live disconnected. Your soul was designed to live in communion with the Father, to be guided by His Spirit, to be strengthened by His Word. Every day that passes without Him drains something from your spirit. But one moment in His presence can restore what years of wandering have stolen. And this is that moment. This is the moment when your spirit comes alive again. This is going to happen very soon. You will not have to beg for what is coming. You will not have to force open the doors. You will not have to manipulate outcomes. What God is releasing will come through obedience, through trust, through surrender. And when it arrives, it will be undeniable that it was not you, it was Him. Every battle you've endured was setting the stage. Every delay was part of the design. Every tear was watering the ground where your miracle will now grow. You've been asking why it had to take this long, why it had to hurt so much, why you had to lose what you thought you couldn't live without. But now, on this side of the pain, you're beginning to see the mercy in the breaking. You're starting to recognize that what felt like loss was actually God making room in your heart, making room in your life, making room in your future for something so much greater than you could have built on your own. Let the walls fall. Let the fear go. Let your heart be softened by the Spirit of God. You are not here to just survive life. You are here to walk in power, in peace, in the presence of the Most High. This is not the end of your story. This is not even the middle. This is the start of the greatest chapter yet. But you must listen. You must respond. The door is open. Heaven is speaking. And your Father is waiting. He is still your protector, still your healer, still your provider, still your comfort, still your defender. Nothing about Him has changed. And even when you doubted Him, He never doubted who you were in Him. The enemy sees your potential. That's why the battle has been so heavy. That's why the attacks felt personal, because they were. But what the enemy tried to destroy, God is about to redeem. And it will be so clear that only the hand of the Lord could have done it. Do you know why people keep whispering about this 7-second CIA ritual? A leaked brainwave method is spreading quietly and changing financial realities worldwide. Proven by neuroscience, this simple ritual attracts money, freedom, and luxury. If you're seeing this, you're so lucky. Click the link in the comments before it's taken down. And what you must understand is this: the movement of God does not always come with loud sounds or clear signs. Sometimes it starts in the stillness, in the quiet turning of your heart back toward Him. Sometimes the greatest miracles begin with the smallest whispers. And right now, the Spirit of God is whispering to you, do not miss this. What I promised is closer than it's ever been, but you must stay awake, alert, and aligned. There have been moments where you felt like giving up. You almost did. You felt like your prayers were empty, like your faith was shaking, like God's voice was fading, but even in your weakness, heaven was holding you steady. Angels were standing around you, guarding you from what could have crushed you. The darkness that tried to overtake you was met with divine resistance. Every time you whispered the name of Jesus, even through your pain, even through your tears, all of heaven responded. You didn't even realize how protected you were in your most vulnerable moments. But now God is lifting the veil so you can see how close He really was, how close He still is. Comment 999 if you believe God is still in control of your story. You may not understand why it took this long. You may still carry questions that don't have answers. But God is not asking you to understand everything. He's asking you to trust Him anyway. Trust Him when the path isn't clear. Trust Him when the healing hasn't come yet. Trust Him when people walk away. Trust Him when your emotions try to drown your faith. Because your emotions may lie, but your spirit knows the truth. And the truth is this: God has never stopped working behind the scenes of your life. Every prayer you thought went unnoticed is written in heaven. Every act of obedience, every seed of faith, every sacrifice no one else saw, God saw it all. And He is not unjust to forget. He is not blind to your effort. He is not deaf to your cries. He is not silent out of indifference. He is silent sometimes to grow you, to draw you closer, to teach you how to walk by faith and not by sight. And now, after all the stretching, all the pressing, all the waiting, He is saying, "Be still. I am about to do what only I can do. You have not missed your moment. You are not late. You are not too far gone. You are exactly where God can move, right in your brokenness, right in your surrender, right in your honesty. You don't need to be perfect, you just need to be available. You don't need to have all the answers. You just need to say yes when He calls. And He is calling now, not for part of you, not for the version of you that people applaud, but for the real you, the wounded you, the tired you, the version of you that feels too small for such a big calling. And here is the beautiful truth: God does not call the qualified. He qualifies the called. He takes the weak and fills them with His strength. He takes the broken and fills them with His glory. He takes the ordinary and breathes extraordinary purpose into it. And that's exactly what He's doing in your life. Right now. In this very moment. This is going to happen very soon. It's not a matter of if. It's a matter of when, and God's when is now. The door you've been knocking on is about to swing open. The wall you've been staring at is about to come down. The chain you've been dragging behind you is about to break. What once seemed impossible is about to be your new reality. But it won't come because you figured it out. It will come because you finally let go and let God take over. You are not being asked to strive, you're being asked to surrender. To stop clenching your fists and open your hands. To stop overthinking and start trusting. To stop running and start resting. God doesn't need your performance, He needs your permission. He will never force His way into your life. He waits for your yes, and when He gets it, He moves. The people around you may not understand what's happening. They may not hear what you hear. That's okay. This message wasn't meant for everyone. It was meant for you. The reason it's stirring something in you is because your spirit recognizes the sound of God's voice. Deep is calling to deep. Heaven is reaching into your heart, not to control you, but to awaken you, to shake you from spiritual sleep, to prepare you for what is about to come. Your future is not something you have to chase. It is something God will place in front of you when your heart is fully surrendered. All the striving, all the stress, all the fear, it was never part of God's plan. His plan has always been peace. His plan has always been communion with you. His plan has always been for you to walk in the light, to live in His presence, and to carry His Spirit everywhere you go. And now, more than ever, He is calling you back to that original design. Let go of the things that have dulled your spirit. Let go of the toxic voices. Let go of the lies that said you weren't enough. Let go of the fear that keeps telling you it's too late. It's not too late. You're not too broken. You're not too weak. You're exactly where God needs you to be for Him to move. Your surrender is the soil where miracles grow. And this moment right here, this willingness in your heart, this ache you feel, it's the beginning of something holy. God is still your refuge, still your strength, still your ever-present help in time of trouble. He has not changed. He has not left. He has not forgotten. And even though the enemy tried to destroy your faith, your fire is still burning. Maybe it's small, maybe it's barely a flicker, but it's enough. God can use that. He can breathe on it and bring it back to life. And when He does, the flame that once felt lost will become a wildfire of purpose, of passion, of power. Stay in this moment. Let the presence of God surround you. Let His voice quiet the storm in your mind. Let His Spirit fill the empty places. You don't have to fight for this. It's already yours. You just have to receive it. What's coming next will not be small, it will not be explainable, it will not be ordinary, because the God who's about to move is not small, not explainable, and never ordinary. He is holy, and He is here. Why was this 7-second brain ritual hidden for so long? A leaked CIA document exposed a technique so powerful people are canceling debt and calling in wealth within days. Validated by 4 neuroscience labs, it helps attract money like never before. But this page may not stay online for long. Click the link in the pinned comments before it disappears forever. God has been reaching for your heart again and again, through whispers, through warnings, through moments that left you breathless and broken. And now, He's not whispering anymore. He's speaking in power. He's saying, I'm about to do it. I'm about to open the door, shift the atmosphere, and pour out what you've been crying for in the dark. But you must be ready. Not ready as in perfect, ready as in open. Ready as in willing to let go of what you were never meant to carry. Ready as in surrendered, laid bare before the one who already knows your scars, your secrets, your questions, and your battles. He's not ashamed of you. He's not surprised by what you're struggling with. But He loves you too much to leave you where you are. And because this is going to happen very soon, He's making one final call. Not out of fear, but out of mercy. Because He doesn't want you to miss it. Comment 1010 if you believe God is preparing something that's meant just for you. Every time you've felt like giving up, like letting go of the promise, God was right there holding you together. Every time you looked around and couldn't find hope, He was standing behind the scenes, orchestrating answers you didn't know you needed. You weren't forgotten. You were being formed. You weren't delayed. You were being developed. You weren't denied. You were being divinely protected from walking through doors that would have crushed you. And now, He's saying, it's time. It's time to let go of what's been keeping you stuck. It's time to release the fear that's wrapped itself around your heart. It's time to silence the voice of shame that's kept you from believing you're still chosen. Because you are, you've always been. No mistake, no failure, no season of silence has changed that. The hand of God never lifted off of your life. You're not here by accident. You're here because heaven still sees something in you that this world never could. There's a reason the warfare has felt heavier. There's a reason the attacks have felt personal. The enemy knows that when you align with this moment, everything changes. He knows that if you listen and truly respond, you become a threat to everything he's tried to build against you. He doesn't fear your past, he fears your future. He fears your awakening. He fears the sound of your voice when you pray. He fears your obedience. And that's why he's fought you with distractions, disappointment, delay, and doubt. But all of that is breaking right now. God's Spirit is rising up in you again, not just to comfort you, but to empower you. The weakness you've felt is about to be exchanged for strength. The confusion is about to be replaced with clarity. The silence is about to be broken with revelation. You've been walking through a spiritual drought, but the rain is coming, the clouds are shifting, the sound of abundance is rising in the distance. What once was dry will be drenched in his presence, and the places in your soul that felt barren will bloom again. This is going to happen very soon, and when it does, it will come swiftly. You won't have time to scramble for preparation. That's why God is calling you now, because what's coming won't wait. You need to be positioned, planted, and fully surrendered. You need to be free from the things that don't align with his voice. There is no more room for spiritual compromise. No more time to dance between conviction and comfort. The Spirit of the Lord is not playing games with your soul. He's rescuing it. He's been shaking everything that can be shaken in your life, not to destroy you, but to remove what can't remain. He's removing the shallow things, the surface-level faith, the half-hearted commitment, the lukewarm love, because what he's about to do in and through you requires a heart fully set on him. This blessing won't be birthed in convenience. It will come through consecration, through quietness, through holiness, through intimacy with the one who made you for this very moment. You are not too broken to receive this. You are not too late to step into it. You are not too weak to carry it. God will equip you. He will surround you. He will walk with you. What you thought disqualified you is the very thing he will use to display his glory. The parts of your story that you hid in shame will shine with redemption. The areas you thought were wasted will become the places where others find healing. But you have to say yes. The battle isn't over, but the outcome has already shifted. The victory is already written. The breakthrough is already set in motion. And the only thing standing between you and the fullness of God's plan is your surrender. Not striving, surrender. Not perfection, surrender. Not performance. Surrender. Lay it all down, your timeline, your questions, your fear, your guilt, your pride. Just give it to him. He's not asking for a polished version of you. He's asking for the real you. And in return, he will give you peace that doesn't make sense, strength that carries you through storms, joy that bursts out of brokenness, direction that silences confusion, a future that's not based on what you've done, but on who he is. He is the God who restores, the God who revives, the God who rebuilds, the God who reclaims what was lost and makes it new. He is calling you now, not later, now. His voice is not far. His presence is not a theory. He is real, alive, moving, and speaking. And he has chosen this exact moment to draw you in, to bring you back, to wake you up from the sleep that dulled your spirit for too long. The alarm is sounding. The invitation is in front of you. Heaven is waiting for your response. You're not being told this just to feel better. This isn't about comfort alone. This is a final preparation before release. What God has spoken over your life, the promises you've been carrying for years, the shift you've been sensing in your spirit, it's all coming to a tipping point. And when it pours out, it won't trickle. It will overflow. Not because you earned it, but because you endured. You didn't give up. You kept standing, even when no one saw it, even when you had no one cheering for you, even when it was just you and God in the silence. You stayed. Comment, 1515. If you believe God has been preparing you for this exact moment. Can 7 seconds really change your bank account? A CIA-funded study just leaked, revealing a brain ritual that flips lives from broke to blessed. 4 neuroscience labs confirm it activates powerful wealth brainwaves. People are stepping into dream homes and luxury lifestyles. But this breakthrough won't stay online for very long. Click the link in the comments before it's deleted. This next season will not look like what came before. What used to intimidate you will no longer have power over you. What used to break you down will now be beneath your feet. What once made you question your worth will now serve as the proof of how much God has always valued you. Your scars will tell a story of survival and redemption. The pain you endured will become the oil that anoints others. You will not hide what you went through. You will declare it with power, because the same Spirit that raised Jesus from the dead is alive in you. This is going to happen very soon. The shift is not future tense, it's present. God is already moving. Heaven is already releasing. Angels are already dispatched. Things are already aligning. The doors you thought were closed for good are being reopened by the hand of God, not by your strength, but by His mercy. The things you thought were ruined are being rebuilt. The areas you gave up on are being restored, not because you figured it out, but because you finally gave God room to do what only He can do. Let that truth sink in deeply. This was never about what you could do. It was always about what He wanted to do through you. And now that you've come to the end of your own ability, now that your strength has run out, your clarity is gone, your plans have crumbled, now you're exactly where He can move. He's not looking for a plan. He's looking for permission. When you stop trying to control it, you give Him space to change everything. You've been feeling it in your spirit for days, maybe even weeks. That sense of holy unrest. The knowing deep down that things are shifting, that your atmosphere is being stirred, that your heart is being called higher. That's not emotion. That's not your imagination. That's the Spirit of God drawing you out of the familiar and into the unknown. He's taking you out of comfort and into calling. He's pulling you from routine into revival. And it's uncomfortable, but it's necessary. You weren't created to stay where you are. You weren't designed to live your life stuck in spiritual cycles. You were made to rise. You were born to carry His glory. You were called to walk in authority. But the level of anointing coming to your life requires a deeper surrender. The blessing that's being poured out demands more space in your heart. You can't carry this new thing while still clinging to the old. You must choose. The distractions won't go quietly. The enemy will fight to keep your attention scattered. He will whisper that this is all too emotional, too dramatic, too much. But deep down, your spirit knows the truth. You know what this is. You know this is God. You know He's speaking directly to your heart. You know you've never felt a pull like this unless it was real. So don't pull back now. Don't doubt the voice that has been whispering to you in the stillness of night. This is your moment of alignment. This is where you say yes and mean it. This is where you stop looking back and start pressing forward. This is where you stop asking for signs and start walking in faith. This is where the excuses fall away and the Spirit of God begins to lead you with clarity and power. Not because you deserve it, but because He chose you. And He hasn't changed His mind.